Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? We will get started in a sec. How's mic? How's audio? We'll probably start with historic. There's a couple decks I want to try out. We're going to be basically testing out decks from the last few metagame videos. There's two historic decks that I've kind of updated that I want to give a shot. And then we'll do mono black aggro that popped up this week in standard, best of 3. So we'll kind of get a feel, see which ones kind of play out, and we'll try to push. I want to get into the number mythics, try to see if we can start getting a position to camp for the end of the month, just kind of solidify that. So let me get the recording ready and we'll jump into it. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. We're here doing some live ones. We're gonna stream, try to push to a high mythic finish. Try to start getting into place where we can start camping and lock in a either top 250 or top 1200 finish for the month. There's a couple decks from recent metagame breakdowns that we've done for both historic and standard that I want to give a go. So we're going to start with historic. We're going to be looking at this mobilize energy sacrifice-esque deck that's been doing well. So the big thing here that I just wanted to try out was playing some Halia. The list didn't have Halia. They had 2 static prisons instead. Which I want to try this out. I think it could be good in this type of shell. You're making a lot of tokens, you gain life, it gives you card advantage, you can warp it so it's multiple spells per turn. The only other change was they were playing 4 Goblin Bombardments, and I wanted to play the 4th Esper Sentinel instead. I think 3 is fine. These get diminishing returns. You don't get any benefit from drawing more than 1, so don't really want to do that. I also just tweaked the mana base. I want to play Mana Confluence instead of the Prismatic Vistas, just because with the Amped Raptor you can exile cards, so you can exile lands, and I want to be able to have all my colors accordingly. So you're playing kind of the energy package, Johnny, your Amped Raptor, Guide of Souls, Goblin Bombardment, but then you have the Mobilize package of Stadium Headliner, makes multiple bodies, can be removal. You have Voice of Victory, makes multiple bodies, and lets you kind of play around instants, counterspells, stuff like that. Marionette Apprentice, Blood Artist style effect, and then probably my favorite card right now on Arena in terms of creatures, Mardu Thunderkite, 3 mana, 2/4, flying, mobilize 2, and then when it comes into play, all your creatures perpetually get your choice of Menace, Lifelink, or Haste. Oftentimes this is just 3 mana, flying, 2/4, mobilize 2, haste, and gives you other things on turn. You like if you have more mana, 4 or 5 mana, you can play another creature and then play this, and then they both get haste, which pushes out a lot of damage. Really like this card. We could play Jengantha Companion. We don't have any double pips. I want to try without Jengantha just because when you play Jengantha, it signals that you're either wizards or energy for the most part, and people will keep hands with more removal. Without us playing it, then I want to see, can we kind of trick them into thinking we're Eldrazi or something else, and then they maybe don't keep that aggressive of a hand. So we're going to start off with this one here. I went 3-0 yesterday with it. We played some games. Let's see where we're starting off, 98%. I was doing more of the events because I was getting play-in points. We didn't do too well in the play-in. 2-2 was the best one that we did. So it wasn't that great, but let's try with Mardu. We're going to try out the new Abzan Amalia as well afterwards, and then we'll play some standard mono black aggro. Just kind of testing out what's popped up that's not, here's an Eldrazi deck, here is, this or that type of deck. But really want to kind of see how these strategies play out. Let me know if the in-game audio is too loud. Luris, could be the mirror, could be auras. We're on the play. I think we're going to keep, or on the draw. Against auras, we have Esper Sentinel, but we really don't have too much game against them. We need like a fast Johnny line, but they usually can kind of beat us down if they have their fast draw. Esper Sentinel kind of taxes them to at least hopefully draw some cards. But we'll probably go Sentinel into Voice of Victory here, and then these marionettes can hopefully start draining them out. Alright. Either they disconnected, they're pulling up the stream. Okay, so frog. Okay, so they're gonna take the Esper Sentinel here. Bit annoying, but nonetheless. They go frog here. Against this deck, like if we were on the play, we stick this, we would have been happy in a deck probably full of a lot of discard and stuff. Given what they're playing and what we kind of can gauge, we're going to go Marionette Apprentice here. Oh, they have Strix. I still think just because it's likely that they have the Fatal Push, this just makes multiple bodies. So we don't have to worry about Kaido. They're probably going to be on like Counterspell and stuff. So I would like to stick this, but it just doesn't make sense here because then you kind of play into Fatal Push plus Counterspell. Hey Justin, thanks for swinging by. Yeah, I had some time. Wife is out today. Didn't feel like going to RCQ, so here we are. They probably take Goblin Bombardment is my guess. Alright, how many Marionette Apprentices are too many? It's an interesting line. Probably should have still played this first, but I was thinking about going to RCQ, and then the dog woke up at 4 a.m. and vomited all over the place, so I'm a little tired and didn't feel like playing 6 rounds of Eevee. Okay, this player's gotta speed up the clock. So, would love another 1-drop. Obviously, would love another land. Honestly, it's probably just these two. Any of our creatures dying gives us some advantage. If they have another discard effect, then that's 4 cards discarded, so we can't really do too much. Tameo is going to be very annoying if they're able to flip it. So we'll do this. Not sure if they're on like Lorien Revealed or what their flip card would be. The Thunder Kite would be nice. Obviously Goblin Bombardment would be nice. Honestly, even at this point, they take 3 damage from that. I guess they can sack it with the Lure and then get it back with Luris. That's... Again, they're letting us just drain them a bunch. So here, I do haste, they block here. They take a bunch. It's just, so I'm deciding here if I want to do Menace or Haste. I actually think Menace is better here. Because Haste, they block 2. They take 5 and then 2 die, 3 die. Okay, so it should be lethal. Got him. We got him! I don't know why they attacked with Snap there. They just took like a bunch of unnecessary damage. So it was right that time. Like obviously Voice of Victory would have helped against instant speed, but they weren't really playing. They were kind of playing tap out control, which we'll take. Let's see if we can push to some numbers. Probably do 5-ish, 5 to 10 games. We'll see how long these matches go. Opponent was playing pretty slow. Alrighty. Opponent goes first, no companion. I think we keep this nonetheless. Obviously no red source, but they could fatal push this, but I'm gonna get a card draw out of it. If they don't, I get to go with Johnny. Slick shot, show off. How much damage do I want to take? Or not, you get lucky. Yeah, I just wanted to do the math with the mobilize. I think the chat's just a little, like a minute or so late. I don't think they can kill me this turn. If they can, so be it, but they did have a pause the turn that the creature came in. I want to get them to react here. And then just hold up Fatal Push. I really don't know what they have. So now we're in a pretty good spot because I have both the protection effect or I have not the protection. So depending on how they go through this, I have Fatal Push plus I have the ability to sack creatures. See if they sure. So I can fling. Which I think we have to do. Mind you, we don't, because even if they spell pierce here, it's 3. Yeah, just to be safe. I just kill them like next turn anyways. Okay. So Fatal Push still comes down. They were like all in there. It was just kind of being safe there because if I just do Kayla, make token, a Johnny, make token, And then I could flip a Johnny again, draw some cards, gain some life. We also just have the Thunder Maw, make some tokens, attack in that way there. Alrighty. Very nice. Very nice. They were like super all in on that. Probably just the fling version. And looks good. We will keep. Band together, brother. This could be wizards. Could be mono red. Seeing more of these like aggro-y all-in decks. That's what I like about the mobilize. You get the trigger and then you get the ping. Sure. So let's do this because this is more damage. Play this. This is 3 damage. And then we sack the mobilized token and then get them that way there. So everybody's just trying to slick shot me today. So even if they have like a haste threat, I have 2 creatures I can sack. I have Voice here, Legion Stronghold. So yeah, they're trying to just do the cheese wins. Push for it. Like I got Mythic within the first 2 days, and then I did a bunch of events just to get. I was at 33 playing points, and I wanted to get to 40 for 2 runs. So we ended up pushing to do that. So now we just kind of. I'm trying out the Mardu one. I very much am a fan of it. So I know people kind of poo-poo on Alchemy, but this is one of the most fun decks I've played in quite some time. In Alchemy, you kind of combo the Hellkite with Vanguard. So I really like the Thundermaw. So I wanted to try out like this. You get access to Fatal Push, you get Marionette Apprentice, which is nice. So you kind of get those removal packages. And then I wanted to try out the Halia in this. So far, it might still be better suited just being more Thundermaws or increasing that. We haven't really had a chance to sneak it in. But we're 5-0 with this one. We're kind of just hovering around 99% numbered Mythic. People keep trying to slick shot show us. We'll do standard probably in a little. I want to do at least some number of games in historic first. Keep. Hello, hello, hello. I'm very curious who decided to downvote the video of me just playing Magic. I'm just going to do this preemptively. Keeping them a turn behind can be important. So I think that's fine. Scythe Cub. I think we voice a victory here. I'm going to do this on their turn so the creature comes into play tapped. Pioneer's kind of in between. This is historic, so it's kind of a mix between like modern in some cases. We have the Modern Masters cards here. So you get some like jumpstart cards in here. I'll take this damage. Get rid of that one. So this is why we don't like playing multiples. Just because you get diminishing returns. Probably shouldn't have played that and just kept the energy going. So definitely want Voice of Victory. Honestly, with them being shields down here, I think we're just gonna take out this Scythe Cub, because this can get out of hand. We can take out the elf, but I don't really care about the elf. So they can play another creature, they can start getting some counters, but... Alright. Well, that's game.
To the hunt.
So we'll sack here. This flips a Johnny. It might have a protection effect here, but largely should be GG's. So gain more energy. Give this flying, and then we can just sack and then push through some more damage. So just kind of tokens, sack the tokens, get the value. Did we break into numbers yet? 1391. We are 7-0 with it right now. So I'm liking what it's doing. It's nice, it's linear, it's aggro. What we want to push. We'll do this to 10 games, and then we'll try out the Amalia deck. Probably won't run as many in the Amalia deck, just given it's a lot more click intensive. Bit slower of a hand. Okay, if they have a fast affinity start, thankfully they don't. That's actually pretty good, because then it lets me double spell next turn, and then I can start going off. Unable to scream. So make a servo. We'll just sack this to bombardment. With this out, it represents a lot of damage. Okay. We are just playing jank today. We haven't played against like a single tier deck. The classic ticket tortoise. Okay, well that needs to die. So, attack with everything. I want to kind of bait them to think that their Ornithopter can block profitably. It's probably fine still. I'll just ping it to get rid of it as a blocker. I wanted to push the... Can I just kill them? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm like 1 off. We'll just play it safe. We win next turn anyways. There's no sense of getting like super kind of tricky. Even if they have like Aetherize or something crazy, we still just get them. Alright. Opponent's dead. 8-0. 8-0. We take these. How's everybody in chat doing today? Happy Sunday. Give me Eldrazi. Okay, numbered player. I don't know if like I'm sold yet on the Halia. Like I said, I could see this just being more removal. I wish we just had like lightning bolts in this format. I'll keep this. Lead on Sentinel. Marionette. I'll see what they play out. It'll let me decide which of my 1-drops I want to play out first. I really just want to give us Lightning Bolt. Alright, Eldrazi. So versus Eldrazi, I think I need to be as aggressive as possible. Wow. They're playing Torpor Orb main, and they binned it, which is like the best card against my deck. Okay, fast start. Could be getting our lands blown up next turn. So it might have been right to then lead on Esper Sentinel. Rumble, they find the Ugin's Labyrinth, which can get them up to 6 mana. It's scary. I think I have to go Marionette Apprentice here. They have what's it called? The command. I mean, if I can sneak down... like Thundermaw, we're probably gonna have to do Amped Raptor and Sentinel. Playing very slow. I also can't beat a Sire of 7 Deaths. They've had a very like fast start. Yeah, they get to kill my land, which is pretty gross. And they have command still up. It's a very good start for them. Accelerant into accelerant into accelerant. It's a little iffy. Like, I think that their philosophy on certain cards don't make sense. Why you allow 2 different fast lines in the deck, but then we can't play Lightning Bolt to answer this? Seems a little silly. So it's like we have some cards that are okay, some that aren't. This and Sorin need to be addressed, otherwise I think it's fine. We just gotta try to grind them out here. Why are you like, just play a spell? If they want to give us this, they need to give us like ways to interact better with the lines. You can't have one deck get all the fast mana and then no other deck get the fast mana. At least before it was like not as consistent. Yeah, they don't really... They seem naive to what's actually happening in this format. As long as it's not Sire, it should be okay. Hoping that it's not another Sowing Mycospawn. Gross. Just because of the first strike, so I need now to... find my... Goblin Bombardment. Come on, Bombardment. Give me a Bombardment. Give me Bombardment.
Strike as one.
Okay. So it's block. Hope they don't have, like, I feel like they have command. They've been telegraphing the command line. So we'll flip a Johnny here.
Tooth and claw, I will have vengeance.
Jeez. Jace! Ah, da 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 da. Hey, Nami. Overall, it's going well. This matchup's been a bit annoying. They've had a very strong draw, and we haven't. So we're just trying to stay alive here. Might have been right just a single block there. Just to have more bodies for the Ajani that was going to flip. I think I got a block like that, but problem is I'm just not going to push enough damage through. We needed to hit bombardment there. Oh, second Sire's death. Like, not going to do much there. They had 6 mana on turn 3. They blew up 2 of our lands. And then they hit 3 Sires in probably the top third, like, quarter of their deck. We just can't beat the Sire in that position. Alright, this hand looks good. Lead on Guide of Souls. We could certainly beat Eldrazi. I think it's just... we hit bombardment that turn, we win. If they don't blow up our land that turn, we probably win as well. So you want to be in those scenarios, I think. So we'll go Amped Raptor next. Just try to dig deeper into bombardment here. This is like mono green. Could be Battle Crier, but looking like mono green. They have a fast start they can get us. Elves.
Join the fight, my king.
Perfect. Alright, opponent just doesn't even want to see it. 1331. So we'll refresh our stats. We end up going 9-1, almost the 10-0 dream. What do we get? Vincent Valentine. So 9-1. Been on a heater, at least for the tract. I'm 29-4. So we will wrap this deck up. So for the YouTube video folks watching this later, thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back with more historic content, metagame breakdowns, stuff like that. All right. Let me know, chat, are you feeling the historic or do you want to see some standard? We got Abzan Amalia combo with the new Halia. So infinite life gain combo, blow up the board, fireball your opponent with Aetherflux Reservoir. We have that. Or we have some standard mono black aggro that we can play. We'll do this one in best of 3 if you're interested in this. So let me know in the comments which you would rather see, and we'll jump into it. Mardu, mobilize. We can keep the historic going. We can go to standard. Play what folks want to see. Let's run some standard maybe. Let me get ready. We'll just do some recording as well, just to use the videos after. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be jamming some brews in standard, trying to get a top mythic rank. We climbed a bit into the numbers, went 9-1 with a sweet mobilized deck in historic. Now we're going to try out some standard. So these like various mono black aggro-ish piles have been popping up on Untapped data, mid 60% win rates, small sample sizes. Wanted to tweak them a bit, see how they play out. But at their core, they are kind of just like recursive creatures. We have Forsaken Miner, Saboteur is just a nice evasive body, puts good pressure, Timeline Color comes back. We have Dark Confidant. I like this art of Dark Confidant. That can give us some card advantage. Elegy Acolyte seems kind of sweet, just like a fixed Enduring Curiosity that makes us some tokens. The one card I'm not certain of, and we probably will just end up switching this to Preacher, but I want to see how this plays out. Corpse of the Lost. Skeletons get a power boost in haste, and then it creates a skeleton token. And then if we descend a card put into our graveyard, we get to return it to our hand and recast this. Might want to just cast Preacher instead. We'll see how this plays out. But we have Arc Enemy Charm, Quarcy Revenant is a nice card in here. And then like Cecil's, bunch of removal, Tragic Trajectory, Bitter Triumph, Shoot the Sheriff. I've cleaned up like some of the removal options. I think just playing Shoot's better than all the copies of Bitter because we're also on the Arc Enemy Charm. 3 Soulstone Sanctuaries. And then in the sideboard, we are running some Duresses for like Control, Intimidation Tactics for VV decks. You hit Cauldron or like various things. I don't like playing Leyline, especially in a Dark Confidant deck. I only will play Leyline if I'm playing something like Fable the Mirrorbreaker or Looting Effects that you can get rid of it if you draw it late and you don't need it. Ghost Vacuums in here, Long Goodbyes, just cheap removal. This can also hit Kaido, Strategic Betrayals, nice against VV. In grindier matchups, we have Preacher, and then 0 Point Ballad is kind of our fire magic. You could do X1, and then just clear out like all of the mirror and stuff like that. So we'll give this one a shot, see how it plays out. Probably do a couple of videos of this since it's best of 3, and kind of go from there. I'd really love if my favorite deck, Delirium, in this format wasn't running into nonstop edicts. So you're not always consistently getting the lands, and the problem is with everybody's on Cauldron, so it's inconsistent. It also can't block, so you lose some of that. All right, let's go, Bobs. I think like The way I see Bloodghast is almost like a combo card. It's probably Battle Crier. I'm taking a chance here. Okay, that's fine. I'll kill it this turn. I just really want to hit a land. Love that for me. This is likely Battle Crier. We are on 22 lands, so the line drop was pretty reasonable to hit there. So it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? We are 12 cards in, kept 2 lands, never draw a land. Alrighty. Show me a land. Thank you. Funny enough now, though, is I don't get to flip Cecil. We needed... one other point of damage to be able to flip Cecil this turn. In Bob we trust. Okay, so we're at 8. What did they name here? Human. I mean, I think... if I do the color, I don't have enough. If it was just any other creature, not the ward one, we would have been okay. Alright, just don't hit 6 points of damage. Don't hit 6, don't hit 6, don't hit 6. So if we hit Cecil last turn, okay, we got it. We got there. They didn't even let us flip. They should have let us flip. We could have died. Okay, so against this deck, Tactics seems okay. Long Goodbye, probably Preachers. I don't think we want Ballad. These corps aren't going to do much. Bob could be a little bit of a liability, like it kept us alive there. Trim a Bob. Trim a Miner. Trajectory hits some stuff, not all the stuff. So I'll probably play a Betrayal. Kind of run it like that. Yeah, they really should have let us block there. Or let us at least go to draw step. We bobbin'. Could Betrayal here. I think we just go Bob. Might be right to just play all the tragic trajectories, especially on the play. Okay, so they plot there. I think here. I think we want to draw more targeted removal, so we go the Cecil line. They don't have red mana. This could make the red mana. Could be dead here. Okay, Roaming Throne. Probably name human. Draws him 2. Another elf. I do want some sort of targeted removal. Trail doesn't do too much. I could go Carsey here, but just not hitting removal there. We had a few shots. We only played one strategic betrayal, but it feels pretty terrible. Two Shoot the Sheriffs. We have the Bitter Triumph. Like, there's a lot of removal that we could draw into. The Intimidation Tactics would have been nice, just giving us another spell. So the one thing here with the Trailblazers is it'll double the mana. Yeah, with Historic, there's definitely stuff they could do. It's just they haven't managed it properly. We're very dead. Am I dead? Off my Dark Confidants. Yeah, so we definitely want the Voids back in, I think, over the Betrayals. Am I dead? Almost. So we void here. Probably attack with both these Cecil flips. Play out the Menace here. Again, we're probably very dead, but we gotta play. Okay, so they have the Battle Crier. not going to sit through this. We're not going to catch up at this point. We needed better removal earlier. So this betrayal seems pretty garbage. Tragic trajectory in. I'm actually curious if this 0 point valid. We would need to get to 5 mana. Trim an Elegy. Play 1. The play I do think I want Bob. We'll run it like that. Yeah, the Eldrazi Temple is a fine card to have, but you can't be like, you don't get any of the ways to stop lands, right? Because the Eldrazi deck's naturally the one playing these land destruction. Either they need to get rid of Sowing Mycospawn, because it just further exasperates just finding those lands, and then it, like, why does that deck get land destruction when no other deck gets true land destruction in the sense, right? Like, Mycospawn plays both into your ramp package, helps you find key lands, and blows up your opponents. Like the game we played, we lost on turn. On turn 3, they had 6 mana, and they blew up our land, and they ramped into another Eldrazi Temple. So then they had 8 mana the following turn, on turn 4. So we got a little unlucky there. Our Bob hits have not been that great. I do like how we've drawn Cecil Bob every game so far. Okay, opponent. Opponent. Let's hope that they don't have the elf start again. I think here. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played Historic for about a month. The last qualifier that was Historic really burnt me out. Just losing to like random Sorin Pile or Sorin Pile. I just don't like decks that's, oh look, I did nothing and I win. LeBaron, thanks for the sub. I think we tactics first because it's worth taking the elf, because then I'm gonna bob on 2 anyways. I don't know where our opponent went. What I really want is us to get, at least for Timeless, if we can get some free counters. I know we're getting negation, but I've been playing Legacy in paper recently. I just started, I'm like 5 weeks in. So I'm playing Is It Corey in Legacy. And I'm having like so much fun with it. Oh, congrats. I went 0-2-2-2. So like, I'm all about, got my Lord of the Rings Wastelands. Finally got all my Force of Wills. Somehow from shuffling, I got 4 forces altogether. So we're doing, we're allowed proxies at Legacy. So this is my Volcanic Island. My Volcanic Guildgate. But I've been loving the, like, it's very time consuming. Or like mentally like strenuous at times. You have so few turns to act. This week I played against Demir Tempo and 2 mirrors, which in 3 hours my brain was completely fried. Alright, so opponent decided they were scared. We'll take that. Yeah, the only reason I'm kind of like getting into it is because of the proxy thing. I'm not buying volcanic islands. In Canada, the cheapest that I saw that's like looks like they found it under someone's bed, like MP condition, is $900, $850, $900, and then anything like in reasonable conditions like $1,100. So I'm not spending $4,000 on 4 pieces of cardboard. And we're doing well. We're into the thousands. I think we got a mulligan this. Okay, sounds better. It's an interesting one. I think I'm gonna put Carsey back. Would have actually loved that curve, but that first hand might have been better. Siren Pirates. Well, folks, we found an outlaw. Not good for us. Yeah. I am from Toronto. So I was going to go to face-to-face today to play in the RC. But, dog was sick all night. Didn't really want to play VV mirrors. Some folks that were at Legacy were getting cards, and it seemed like there was going to be a lot of VV. Okay, Tragic Trajectory is nice. So I think we do this, do this. And if they don't have creativity, maybe. Or Preacher's fine. But you're not. You're a vampire cleric. You die. I mean, at this point, whoever draws their 4th one. Oh, nice. I'm like Midtown Toronto. Or 1 hour from everything in Toronto. But the prices of cards with the tariffs right now are crazy. Spider-Man collector boosters are like $1,000. Okay, so we get trajectoried there. Again, pretty bad spot if they're on, if one of these 2 cards is creativity. Them finding some bats isn't great. Land's fine. Okay. Drowner. I think we do this. I mean, we've dodged Kaido, we've dodged Curiosity. Ah, I said it. Yeah, that place is pretty sweet. Gone a couple times. My wife likes going there for the drinks. Alright, well, we couldn't dodge it enough. Can you block? We're just toast here. that deep cavern hitting our elegy. If it was just like a siren or something, we would have been okay, because elegy would have just kind of taken over. But seeing 2 flood pits. I think we got a block. Promise. They're just drawing too many cards. They're gonna be at 5 cards. I'm drawing 1 card per turn. They have the evasive creatures. I can't really push through. 0 point seems good. It's preachers. Long goodbye. I don't think this corpse is good. I think I want... So do I want tactics is the question. We could go Ghost Vacuum, but I don't think it's good enough. I do need 1 more cut. I mean, Arc Enemy Charm can deal Kaido. It can also deal a thing. I think we're just playing it like this. So far, this deck's built kind of mediocre. Like, Curiosity's so much better than Elegy. We have some interaction. Can haste it out again from the graveyard here, but I think we go Bob here. Reason being is it will take up their turn if they want to kill it. Oh my god, that's like the worst possible lie. Oh, this is an exile. Had me scared there for a sec. So we have trajectory. I think we do this, because if they block... I get the token anyways. Okay, so we definitely need to kill Vren here. Void here. Okay, so an online permanent left the battlefield. Play this. No, but this exiles, so I don't want that to happen. So we'll do this attack. Blue-white's just got terrible mana though right now, unfortunately. So here... do this. I do this. And now I get a void token that insulates me against strategic betrayal. That's fine. I can color here. Both my spells are removal. So they should probably take the Bitter Triumph because it makes... I would probably do the other way, but... Spaced out here, go to combat. You have flood pits. I think we're still doing this. Want to make sure that they have no good blocks. Second Elegy's sick. We can void plus removal. I really wish we had all the lands. So I can 0-point Ballad for 2. But I think we're just going to do this for the turn. It would have been nice if they didn't get the counter on it. Okay, so they're going to shoot that. That's fine. We'll get to draw a card. I think here we just take 3, they'll draw a card, but then I get to Curiosity. Or exile the Curiosity. That's actually cool. Worth just holding this for now. Because I can get rid of a blocker at the very least. Yeah, I can get rid of both. Okay. The good thing here is I didn't show 0-point, which should help. Question is, do I want more discard main? I think I like... 0-point can help me catch up. Preacher's good. Bitter Triumph's fine because I could hit stuff. Also hits thing. I think maybe a Cecil. Could play Strategic Betrayal. Might just be trim 2 of these on the play, and because they've shown Betrayal anyways. So let's play a couple tactics. So in Spider-Man, they're coming out with a shock basic, basically. It's a shock land, pay 2 life, comes in and choose one of the 5 colors. I actually don't think this hand's that... we could warp this on 1, dark on 2. We have removal if needed. Maybe we try. You gotta remember, like, assessing this, that it's also a 1-drop. So depending what they play out here, I might Sunset Saboteur. Okay, they bat here. Okay, so they kind of made our decision for us. Since we have the answer anyways to a Kaido, they also have really bad mana. This is the only one that actually got around us. Okay, so we have 0 point ballad. I could do this. If they have something, then it's like for void, so then we're fine. Second bat's annoying. So they gotta take the 0 point ballad here. But let's see if they mess up and take something else. Yeah, the first Spider-Man, it's... They have some terrible mana going on. What's in your hand? Double removal. I mean, did they just switch their decks on us? I think here... we do this one, I think. Just because this can unlock if I hit a land. Which we do. I basically just want to force this removal out of their hand. And like Dark Confidant will get one of these out of their hand. Oh, this gets around because it's a Warlock, so this doesn't get shotted by the Sheriff. I mean, we're gonna have to force it out eventually. Probably should have held the land. Okay, they found blue mana. And of course the last card is Kaido.
And eat, I thrive in the dark.
Oh, it's 4. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player. So annoying! Why did I think this was 3 mana? And then we didn't force out the first one because I drew the Void card. They can tap it down. They're going to start drawing cards now. I mean, I don't think we can race.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Arc Enemy Charm one time.
You're fast.
I'm gonna just take this damage, I think. It might have another Kaido in hand.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
This is such a weird game. we gotta...
Just try to keep up.
Got a block here. We can haste out. But they probably now have some sort of interaction. That's a frustrating one. So I do like playing this so far. I haven't really loved it. You're kind of weak to stuff. Like you're not pushing out. You're a bad Dimir deck ultimately, right? Like we're trying to do what Dimir's doing, but this isn't as good as Curiosity. We don't have the Kaido. We don't have kind of the evasive, kind of flashy stuff. Like it can win some games, but like we can try one more with moving the Preacher's main. And then probably just some Duress main. Sideboard, we probably want Planeswalker. Probably play the end. Another Bitter Triumph. Maybe an Aether Spark. We could try an Aether Spark. Give me 1 sec. Alright. Let's do one more with this. Sounded like. Yeah, like they're just better than us, like in terms of what they're trying to accomplish. All right, you want to do some Cecil trades? Could be a mirror. I think we're trading here. So it is a mirror. Question is probably doing this, and then Carsey next turn, trade with Cecil. So I think trading with Cecil's the line, and then just trying to race them. We can double spell next turn. Yeah, removal. And it's exile. I think we have to do this. Hope that they don't have it like a removal spell. Creature should be good in this matchup for us. Easy trade there. Oh, so they are playing Preacher. Alright. We're just not going to take 8 damage, right? We're just not going to take 8 damage. I'll probably double block into Preacher, or probably Carsey into Preacher if they attack. We are tied at 8. So they would get the card draw and the token. Do you have the removal spell? That's another charm. It's really annoying. Yeah. Their hand came... When one of us has 5 lands, the other has 3. Meaning they're getting a lot more spells. I think we're doing this. Just gain us some life back. We will have to double block here, but I think we're still dead if they just haste out. And then we're 1 short. Oh no, they just have the corpse. Yeah, they just... I mean... Timely removal, we didn't see really removal. So in this matchup, the strategic betrayals are good, 0 points are good. Long goodbye. All seem reasonable. Coming out, I actually think the rest can come out. Probably Bitter Triumph. Probably a Charm. Skeleton not blocking doesn't seem great. Standard hasn't been treating us well. We'll go back to Historic after this. Like, I don't think that corpse is that great. It requires too much to going, and the payoff isn't just, it's not that great, like good. Like they're bet us, but we were pretty much dead anyways. So here, hand's looking nice. Haste, haste, haste. could Betrayal here, but I think we go Preacher, because then next turn I can double spell. And if I hit a land, then I can just Elegy Acolyte. And if not, this takes like their whole turn. They pretty much have to answer it. If not, we'll take the 2 here. Could be that they're trying to turn on Trajectory. Not worth the damage. Okay. They pitched a removal spell. I mean, that's pretty good for us. Maybe a little too much removal. I could Warp Haste and then exile this. Like if they have 0-point ballot, they get us, but they have to take 2 damage from it, so it doesn't actually work. And then this just comes in haste. So I think we're okay. I mean, that would be a reason not to have done that. But they would have had the... they have the Void. Alright. Let's see what we got. Who draws removal first? And they hit Preacher. Sure. We can try to push some attacks in. So they'll get a token. Oh, come on. And they get that back. Just kind of silly. Okay, Trajectory. So do that. Lethal! Got him. Got him! Probably want the charm. I want Triumph? Probably trim a Miner. Play Triumph. Zero Ballad still, I think, pretty solid. I just don't think this game's about Miner. It not being able to block in a matchup where you really want to block, I think, is meaningful. It does provide some insulation against Betrayal, but both of us are going to be exiling graveyards. Don't think this hand's good. Alright, well, we're going to try. No Cecil. No Cecil. The problem with that first hand is like we're bobbing on 2, we're just not doing enough where they're presenting damage to the board. I think we do this just because it requires a couple cards out of them to kill potentially. And if they just go Preacher here, I just kill Preacher with Long Goodbye. The land would be great for us just to be able to try to like clean up the board. Okay, so that's 5 coming in. So we're doing this now. Oh, I messed that up. I needed to put the counter on it first. So that was a mistake. That might come back to kill us, but I should have attacked first and then done it, because now I can't Tragic Trajectory it. That was a mistake. I haven't played with Saboteur much. They can descend here and then get the corpse back. Oh, that's really nice for them, because then they get this back immediately. Yeah, we're just... not seeing lands now. Alright. I am not enjoying this deck. We'll wrap this one up for this deck. Again, like the corpse, any card when you're stuck on lands is gonna win, but there's a little bit of a misplay on my part, but I still didn't do enough there. All in all, I just like this card's cool. There's some cool elements, but I think you're just better off being like a Dimir deck at the end of the day. Just something that actually has some better card advantage, better interaction. Even black-white could be more reasonable. I didn't love what it was throwing down. Which, if you're not having fun, move on, right? So we will just switch up decks. So I want to try out some Abzan and Malia. Let me get ready for the YouTube. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to try out some Amalia. We got a new card. You know what, actually I don't feel like doing this one. Hey Alessandra. I don't feel like clicking these buttons. Let's find a different deck to play. Let's find a different deck to play. Try out some best of one standard, see what's happening there. Oops. So Mere mid-range, mono red, we got life gain. We got Grixis Other. Removal.deck. Got Exemplar, we got Leyline, so just like life gain Andy. Got Naya Other. We'll find a deck. Kind of counters-esque. A lot of this stuff's probably like lower MMR. We can try out one of the life gain decks. We play around with the filters a bit. I do like Halia. Probably run something like this. Not play the ley lines. Maybe play like a Johnny or something. Could run it like this. Let's try it something like this. So I don't like ley lines. 20 lands, maybe okay. Oh, I want to try Frigate. Play a couple of those. Could go a Johnny. Now Johnny's gains flying double strike till end of turn. We can do something like that. That's not terrible. There's like Elspeth, but Elspeth's going to be higher on the curve. Actually, we can play Curiosity or Enduring. Probably want 2 more lands. So we can try like the encampment, but the encampment's always going to be tapped in our deck. We can try to offset that with Sacred Foundry. Favorite guilds, probably Is It or it used to be like or Gruul probably. Red-based aggro with some sort of card advantage or interaction is usually where I'm at. Actually, Rakdos is up there too. Basically, red splash another color is usually where I'm at. Depends if I want to play like tempo or not. We can play Soulstone Sanctuary. Play a couple Soulstone. Where are you, Soulstone? Play a couple of those, and then there's the one that makes bats. So human, glimmer, you're a bat, you're a cat, bird, rabbit. So it's like the village. So this casts everything in our deck except sheltered and thing. Play it as like a one-of. Just run it like that, I think. Try this one out. How about yourself? Alright, let's go life gain. Do 2 Halias, probably enough. Since we draw cards otherwise, we'll run it like that. Alright, let me get this YouTube up. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to venture into the standard best of one meta. It's been a while since I played best of one standard, so we're going to see what it's all about. We were trying to push to fairly high Mythic, try to secure a top spot for the August month end. We had a nice run in Historic and then kind of tanked it with a bit of mono black aggro in best of three standard. Didn't work out the way we wanted, but we're going to try a life gain. So there's a bunch of these life gain decks that are playing Leyline. Leyline's great in your opener, but it's not going to do much. It's a little bit win more. So what I want to do is have more interaction or like card advantage, Enduring Innocence, Alia, draw you cards. I want to try the Looming class Frigate just to make your stuff better. It makes it so any of your like subsequent creatures get pseudo haste by allowing to crew here or station, so we get some value. Bunch of ways to gain life, and then Exemplar draws us cards, Halia draws us card, Enduring Innocence draws us card, and then we have the Blood Artist dork, or not the Pride Bait kind of dorks to gain us a whole bunch. So we'll run some games with this, see how this one plays out, see if we could win a bit more than the mono black aggro deck did. So we'll run some games. I think this hand's fine. Probably lead on healer here. Okay, so we got the VV deck. So next turn I can Halia, Rune Lurker Bat, and have a mana. That'll gain me 3 instances of life. That'll draw me a card. So this looks like the Cauldron deck. Usually against like aggro decks, you can kind of outpace them with life gain, but here it's not unusual that they can output huge amounts of damage through multiple combat steps, profs, stuff like that. I'm taking a full turn off. It's pretty good. Okay, so they do have Delirium up. Question is, I think we're just taking this. Just because we can push a lot of damage if I need to with Rune Lurker Bat. I can... So they usually won't have 5 damage. They could have Flood Maw, which will kind of mess with my math. Another Stories. So they're churning. I think we're just taking the 4 damage. Okay, so they've been a Cauldron. They have Mako. So we could chunk them for a bit. Interesting the block there over Mako. Draw a card. So we're flooding a bit, but I think we might want to put in the pain lines. Okay, so profs. The starting town just to give us flying. Usually this deck used to play the pain lines. They should have found a flood mob by now. Okay, so they're pretty much dead. They are dead. Got him. Got him! So we could try starting town. Starting town allows us to ping ourselves for some damage. Could also go fountain port. But maybe we just go starting town. Might be able in best of one to get away with 21 lands. We can go Seam Rip as more removal. Could do the Case, just another way to gain life. There's Helping Hand. There's Pixie. Just seeing what we want to kind of play here. Actually, a one of Kellen seems nice. Again, a lot of what we're trying to do is just find ways to keep card advantage. A lot of what we're doing, we run into, if you kind of flood out, they have sweepers, stuff like that. We want to be able to add to the board, gain life, kind of play with that. Alright, well, we got the combo. By combo, I mean pay 1 damage. Another Is It deck. Demir. So I'm doing this because if they have removal, it'll turn on the Descend. So now I can try to find a land. So just dig a little bit further to a land. So this is likely Pixie. Attacking first, this can get beta removal out of them. Because if I could hit land, then I could do Kayla and then Lumen through the Lumen and then have the haste here. This also helps me find some card advantage. Okay, 2 removals down. Ah, so they did it on my end step. Smart. Okay. So I'm doing this first because they might have not let me get the attack in. So here they either have to like kill the Hela so I don't gain the 3rd life. Otherwise I draw a card. So we hit the land. That is good. That is good. Spyglass. So here, it's an interesting one. Because I can get Pridemate going. But if they have Kaido, it's really bad. But I have the Sheltered, so it can at least buy me some time, maybe. So, fortunately, we couldn't gain the other life. Would have been great if they missed and we could have attacked in. Thanks for the sub, Wavy. Hope you're doing well. Blood pits. We'll just go Innocence here. I'll take the block. I gotta create Curiosity here, but can't do much. Strange they gave me that information. So we're gonna start with bats. Land is great. So I can do this. They could have Tragic Trajectory, but it kind of stops their turn. I think we do this. Just because next turn, then I can gain some life, potentially. I should have attacked first and then flashed it in. Like, I might not block that way. I think we give him a card. This Kaido. They didn't have nowhere to run. It makes like playing into removal a little bit better because we can get at least some ward tax. So this will draw us a card. I actually played this wrong. I should have done this first. So they definitely have something. We'll go to combat first. Blood pits. Tap you down. So I can get this to 4. I could also just hold it back. Probably just holding it back. They have another Drowner then. They got us, but... Oh, they were still in my combat. We might be able to push through some stuff. Malcolm. Okay, another Pridemate's nice. I can gain a bunch of life and then just get this Frigate to start attacking. Probably offering the Vanguard into... I mean, at this point, one extra card isn't gonna be all end all. They have Kaido. Because they're gonna shuffle away my Johnny's Pridemate. I think the goal is just to try to outpace them on life. Try to win with like Frigate. I appreciate it. Try to help out, folks. Not having real removal in this deck's rough. Like, Sheltered's not a great one. Okay, so they shuffle there. What do you got? Let's go, come on. This card's so egregious. Just, what if we just drew 7,000 cards? So I paid a life because Essence Chandler will get bigger. This will draw me a card, but if I don't hit a land, then it's kind of bad. This needs 8. So I can't do it right now. Let's do this. See if we get lucky, hit a land. Not, we're just gaining a bunch of life. So lucky. I mean, we're popping off just in terms of staying alive. They can't really block with flood pits here, so I think the line is just trying to pressure them. I'm gonna crew the frigate. Gives me a flying blocker. Wish you can do this like in response on your turn. They're thinking. They're thinking. They're playing Floodma? I mean, they could kill it. But it's one less removal spell. Alright, another land. Nice. Okay, that takes some mana off them. Second Curiosity. I think here... Can I just kill them? I think I can. They really do like tapping out here. So they're going to draw a bunch of cards. But I can get rid of a Curiosity again. Play these all out. Do this so that they don't... I don't know why this card just doesn't have that text. You know, but like every other card is worded in that context. Like we were just playing Effigy in the mono black, and it limits ones per turn. This one just lets you do 1,000,000 per turn, which just seems very counterintuitive. I mean, we're grinding. We outground Dimir with 2 Curiosities, and we won that one. So I think like the shell is pretty reasonable. Just getting rid of like bad ley lines, play good cards instead. This hand is, I mean, we're on the draw. What's the worst that can happen? Life gain mirror. Try to get bigger. Ah, the Linden's annoying. No, thank you. We'll pop here. they had the sheltered as well. And they just had it all. Too much gas here. I mean, we can dodge one more. Like, we're never gonna outpace, but we can hope to outdraw. Like, they're gonna be gaining huge amounts of life. See, like, the ley line's a pretty bad draw, I think. Because as soon as I find sheltered, I answer Johnny. Or, like, a Johnny's Pride Mate. This one can go a while, folks. Probably just poking in here. Hey, okay, so we just answered Johnny, Sprine Mate, and kind of go to town. Second copy. That is cheats. I mean, we're in a bit of an uphill battle. Play out our lands. We're gonna gain 2 here, so we draw 1 more card. Now, like, any creature draws us cards. So we just kind of spill out from there. Another one here is nice. I can block here if needed, but Exemplar is scary. That's certainly one that we don't want to see. Okay, another Pride Mate here. I mean, let's go for it. Let's see if we could just outpace. So they have 12-15. So I can start attacking potentially next turn. It would require them to clear out their board. They would be left with a Pride Mate. 12. I think we offer the trade here. Okay, we may need to kind of proactively descend. Rune Lurker. Gain a life, draw a card. These flyers could be a bit problematic. Okay, we find Bat. Bat draws us a card. This is once per turn, so 9. 4. 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, so it would require most of their board. This one seems odd with the Enduring Innocence, but it gains me my next point of life, and it descends just because I want to find something here. I know I give him a card draw. Could be wrong there. Yeah, another Sheltered's good. Because now I can put it on Pride Mate. Get rid of this Exemplar. Oh, no, we probably get rid of Linden now. Yeah, probably gotta get rid of Linden. No blocks. There are 41. So they've seen 3 Sheltered by Ghosts. So we'll do this. This draws us a card. Play Frigate out. Just get that fully charged. This gains us some more life. We're going to draw some more cards. Yeah, our only removal is Sheltered. The Sheltered counts, we have used 2. And they have used 3. Okay, so they have their Halia. There are 40 cards, we're at 34. I do need to get rid of this Exemplar, though. As that will be problematic. I think we're taking it. Alright, deck. We can find something now. They would have to double block, and then I get my thing back, so... Seems like an easy attack. Hey, okay. Okay. Okay, Linden's scary. Linden is scary. This game's so dumb. Okay, that's also scary. Now, notably, they can't jump it. Just block with Healer Hawk there. I get 3 triggers here. So I do need to block here. Is so it's 20 and I'm gaining 5, so I do need to. I can get sheltered onto this because I can give it flying. It'd be good. Okay, so start with Pride Mate. $24. We'll do this. Get out of full control mode. This game is just... This is a game of Magic, folks. Probably gonna die because we draw a bunch more cards than they do. Again, we have 2 sheltereds to their 1. If I can get rid of this Exemplar. Another Frigate. Okay, another Chandler. I mean, they're getting chunky. Another Pride Mate. Problem is I got a chump block. I need to attack with 1 more. This is such a silly game. I wanted a quick game of Magic. It's not even like Linden's necessarily a huge mirror breaker. It's just they were able to get more Pride Mates going and they kind of broke parity with us. Alright, so that's 27. So I have a free block here. They're going to be able to descend. I do need to block here. And... mean, at this point, we trade. Block there. Block there. Actually, I don't need to because I'm gonna do it like that. They'll get Linden's back, but they legend rule each other. And then we just, everybody just gains life, 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 life. Okay, so we got the sheltered, which is good. Gotta get rid of you. Gotta do you. Play you out. We are gonna crew here. Then we go to combat. We gain a bunch of life. Don't think I die, but we see. Huge chunk of damage. So like realistically, I'm not going to block with that. So this gives me a blocker that can gain me some life. All right, that was my turn. We both have one sheltered left each. I can draw a card on their turn, I can draw a card on my turn. We kind of go from there. 31, 24. This starting town is kind of the mirror breaker right now. So we just need to survive here. Okay, so you block here. You block here. So that is 63 coming through, but I'm gaining 7. So then we pop off. Okay. You gotta give me a spell. Okay, that's a spell. That is a spell! Deck. Okay, it's not great, but it's another point of life gain. Do I hold this for next turn? Probably not. I should have just warped it. Okay, so chunk in here, we gained 33. Okay, so they're gonna get more counters. This is a grind, folks. Okay, Sanctifier's pretty decent. You got a Pride Mate. Okay, so they probably attack all. Or they have to... I mean, if they have it, they have Day Judgment. So they have to do ones that get big enough so I don't gain the life. But I think we might be break parity in what will go down as the longest match in recorded history. Just casual. Just casual. New player, Magic. Okay, so block there. I do want to gain life, so block there. Block there. All right, we're taking 36. Just huge life swings. I draw 2 cards here. I draw 4 cards here. Jeez. So play you. classic mono white draw your whole deck. We don't need Linden. All right, we got 11 cards in deck. Do you have the random removal spell? Got him! Got him! Alrighty, folks. That is all I got for today. Premier mono white life gain beats average mediocre mono white life gain. That was the longest game of best of one, I think, in recorded history. But we'll catch you next time. Hey Healbot, were you just my opponent? Kind of lost track of time there. Oh, I don't know if we were going to time. That one was a sweet one. So yeah, we'll wrap it up. Played a bunch today, got back into the numbers, which I'm happy with. But we'll have kind of each video cut up. You'll find it up on the YouTube. And we'll go from next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.